when it comes to trading, there's so many variables. And so when we have a lot of variables, it's very easy for even something that is pretty basic, like a pullback to VWAP trade. It's very easy for something to not connect just right. And then we're thinking, well, this is not working, and have all of that frustration. But really, as traders, what we need to do is look at the components. Like, what aspect of this may not be working? Is it the entry? Is it our trade management? Is it how we're exiting? Is it the actual instruments we're trading? There's so much that goes into it. And by kind of breaking it down into each of its pieces, we can usually find some little area that is lacking and then really start to focus on improving that area. And poof, the results get better. I mean, it's always, once you actually understand what you're looking for and how to trade, the smallest tweaks go the longest distance. I mean, a simple trade management technique can be the difference between a green or red day. And then the green day compounds on our confidence. It compounds the account. Now we're building momentum. And so even just small wins like that, stack them up, stack them up, stack them up. At the end of the week, at the end of the month, you're in a much better headspace, and your equity curve is going up and to the right, something that you can build from with positive momentum. Process. Yeah, I got to be willing to look at each individual piece. And it can be time consuming, but there are definitely ways to speed it up. Notion databases, templates, things like that, where you're kind of looking at, each piece of your trade, breaking it down: entry, exit, the instrument you're trading. In most cases, for a lot of you, it's just going to be the index. You can look at time of day, things of that nature that can really start to help you improve. Like, for example, if you're always taking L's, if you're always taking losses in the first 30 minutes of the day, well, that's most likely a time of day issue. You're just not understanding something that does or does not work in the first 30 minutes, right? And so it's not that trading that time frame doesn't work. It's just what you're doing within that time frame it's not clicking. So we want to stop that issue, stop the bleeding, right? Focus on another aspect that is working for us, or if that is the only area that we can be trading, then to study what is actually working during that time frame. So there's a lot of ways to just, and that was just kind of a generic example, but there's a lot of ways to just reverse engineer, our own behaviors. And I just bring that up because I see a lot of traders that get frustrated and they just want to throw everything away. It's like, hey, this, you have the foundation of something solid here. It's just a matter of being actually willing to dig in and look at it and actually continue to collect data and go through that trade log and kind of, look at those trades. Well, how am I entering this, and always with the benefit of hindsight. The session has closed. So we know what actually happened and what patterns or what setups we may have been looking at or misreading or whatever it may be.